Alright, hello to all my guys, gals, and non-binary pals out there across the electrical ocean. This is Jazzman, and we are in a game. We've got Fruitseller playing full faction Clear Forest versus Vampiro on SL as usual, and it seems we're in for a treat this game. This has been a crazy game already. So both players have neglected their top fonts completely, rushing straight for mid. Fruitseller, I guess, tried to conceal his Condor Fury with the Nightfall, but then Snogby just said no to that. Condor Fury couldn't help but dance to those jazzy beats, just as I hope all of you are doing in the comment section right now. I always gotta have the jazz playing, but I mean, he can. Oh, if he could get 1 AP from the Elven Bard, like if he could cleanse that Elven Bard, he could battle him and walk straight into that top font, which would be pretty sweet. And then just, you know, nab mid with Dusk Druid. Looks like, I mean, he's going to go top anyway, putting the marker down in mid font. I think this relic seems really good, but when you're against any kind of ranged unit, it's just not. Like you have to be really, really careful with your positioning with this relic, because it could end up being like a huge investment for your opponent or a complete wasted Nora for you. Because if they can just snipe it from range and take care of it in one hit, then you're fucked. But I mean, if you put it next to a ranged unit and like you can get in there, then you can screw your opponent out of a font. You can block off an entire choke point. It's really annoying to play around sometimes. But like here, like Vampiro can't really do anything to it, so he's just gonna send all of his champs top. He actually was able to get into that font. I must have been blind as hell if I didn't notice. But if that Condor Fury was able to make it. Perks of being a 2x2, I guess, he just barely managed to sneak into it. And the Ellen Page coming in for reinforcements. I don't know if that's... I mean, you could Solar Flare guys out of the font, I guess. I honestly don't think that's the best reinforcement guy. Like, I feel like something more combat viable would be preferable. But maybe that's all Fruitseller had in terms of Nora. Vampiro going to be stretched pretty thin, and so the funny thing is, I just finished recording a Vampiro game against, like, he was against FS, a Phoenix, I believe, and he was playing Boghoppers, and but like the Boghoppers just completely overran him in a few turns. Like his fonts were all contested. He was not doing too hot. Like he was stretched super thin. It was on the big KF map with 6 fonts. So poor Vampiro has been getting his ass rushed all day, it seems. And this game is no better. He's gonna have his font contested over here too with the charm. And then Fruitseller will gain control of mid. So I think this is just an SL problem, man. This is SL's problem for days. All people do is rush SL, never give them time to build up. I mean, as they should. Like, you don't want your opponent to build up for free. Like if they're playing SL, you just rush them down. And not let them get like Draxar Archer stacks for free, not let them set up for power turns. I mean, Fruitseller's playing right, it's just Vampiro hasn't gotten a break. He hasn't managed to catch anything. But I mean, if that Agitator could potentially exert and get into Fruitseller's font, which he's going to do. So he decides we're going for like a weird font trade situation. Fruitseller has top, Vampiro has bot. I don't know of any, like KF could maybe deploy like Elven Sky Marshal to rush into that font with reinforcement or something? What is it, Guru Kodiak have reinforcement or initiative nowadays? I don't know. KF probably has something that can get to that font. But Snogby going to, so we got some hot Bard on Bard action. We got a battle of the bands down here. Snogby on his sax and Ellen Bard on the lute is going at. They're gonna have a rockin' old time down there. And then up top, it's just combat by the numbers. Like that page isn't going to be doing too much versus the Durgans, and it's actually gonna die here. Quicken from Vampiro. 11 and then 12 because of Fury, and then Dot 3. Oh, he's 1 short. Oh, that's such a shame. So he's 1 damage short of the kill with Scour 3. I mean, it's gonna die, right, to the Dot. It's just, it always sucks when you're 1 damage short of the kill. It's like, you should have done math better, nerd. I think people pride themselves sort of on on getting perfect kills, and this is not quite a perfect kill. Dugan coming in, so it's not even going to die to the dot. Dugan with the Battle Harden going to give it some new life for the time being. Vampiro going to have to waste another turn's worth of AP killing it. But I mean, Fruitseller still has a decent harass potential on this top font. Condor Fury, maybe if it gets a kill, it could live another day. Like, this is a pretty formidable defense force Vampiro has mustered here. The Special Prize doing some major debuffs. I love this equip. I don't care what anyone says. This is one of the best negative equips in the game. So if you read this thing, right, and you're like, okay, -3 damage, fine. Pariah, little bit better. Depression and liability. Oh, interesting. Okay. And then you get to the juicy bit. So it makes 4 attacks defenseless, and you regain 10 Nora. That's like that big brain meme where it just keeps getting better and better, right? And this is a 25 Nora equip, by the way. So you just throw this down. The nicest part is that it can't actually be shattered by like shatter or pilfer or ability-based anti-equip. You can't even cast like a spell on it, and if it targets, so you have to use like an AoE anti-equip spell, which not all factions have. So you know, pretty good for 25 Nora. So Condor Fury is going to charge. The only downside, of course, is that depression affects your own champions as well. But in comes the Solar Flare, knocking everybody back. Condor Fury just going to force that Sonic Bolt further and further away from the font. And I mean, Page will last another turn, but the problem is, like, Vampiro kind of has to back away. He has mobility from Homing Sense, which is nice. He can maybe sort of kite around the Fury, like, try and prevent a quest kill, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, the Sonic Bolt loops, he zoops in with Homing Sense and finishes that Page off. I think if I were Fruitseller, I would have tried to maybe position the Page in such a way that you could have more easily gotten the Nora Globe, right? Because basically there you just gave the Nora Globe to Vampiro. Not something you really want to do when you're fighting for fonts like this. But I mean, the Agitator can't really hold that font against Dugan, so Vampiro has to deploy down here. Meanwhile, Fruitseller has been sitting on 2 fonts this whole time. And Vampiro is struggling to maintain his. Like, here is nice that he deployed a 2x2 because Dugan can't contest without a relic. We do have Banner, we do have Marker. It will have to be something else, like, I don't know, what is that? Woodland Portal would be nice because he can swap in reinforcements. But I don't know, maybe you could light as a feather and fly over the chasm as well to get in that font. Vortex is possible, but like you could just recontest here with Agitator then. It would be at 8 HP because you'd have to exert, but you know, what are you going to do with a 16 damage or a 16 HP Agitator anyway, you know? You'd force out a Vortex, then just recontest and force, you know, Dugan to kill it. So it'd probably be worth it for Vampiro if the Vortex comes down here, I think. But on this side, like, so here, as much as I meme this engagement, Elven Bard can't actually do anything to Snogby. Like, she's gonna lose this 1v1 for sure. Like, you just don't win this. Snogby has Absorb, Snogby has SL bonus, and, you know, Fascinate Aura. So the Bard has doomed herself. She has recognized her inferiority in face of the sexy Saxman. Condor rushes back towards mid. He's realized he's outmatched up here. He's not even going to try and get the quest kill off. I think he could have. Like the Sonic Bolt is on 11. Like any kind of like Thorn Collection. I guess no, he has Sonic Combat Awareness 2 upgraded. Usually I see these things with Oblivion Shield all the time. Combat Awareness 2 is pretty great. You could do a single, like a Grimlick's Bane would get the quest kill, and then you'd be 1v1ing the Drake. Although I feel like you would lose that. Like, he has Deflect, Hunter Walker, and then you just swap with the Mutate to Acolyte, right, and heal yourself up a little bit. It looks like Fruitseller is sort of redirecting his forces towards the bottom half of the map. Probably the smart thing to do. Just let Vampiro have this for now. You don't need to invest more Nora into that. He's still blocked off mid pretty well. And I feel like the Fury might die here. Maybe a Dragonic Benediction? But that debuffed Sonic Bolt is not going to do too much damage-wise. And it will debuff the Drake as well. I think, yeah, you need to move out of Depression range if you're planning to attack here. But he goes for the Flying. Now, Flying on this map is really strong, as we've seen with the Fury. You can just get over these cliffs. You can drop relics in fonts, and he's threatening this font as well. This has been a really gnarly game. Like a lot of font contesting going on, a lot more than even is usual on this map. But that Dusk Druid rushing in with the initiative from Lead the Charge just gets backs up the Bard in this font situation. I mean the charm is gonna stall for a turn. It's Charm 1. Which I guess is just the upgrade of choice for Nora cost purposes. I'm kind of surprised to see the Bard being run over something like Torton Battle Mystic. Torton Portal Mage is another great support champion that can provide like relocation. The KF doesn't not have any shortage of good support champions. You know, cheap Battle Hymn is always really useful, and then I guess Descant, like if you're running stuff like the Special Prize, and other, he's running 2 bards. Man, he's really loading up on the debuffs. So double battle him for a decent price. You know, Elven Bard's not bad. It's just a little bit dated, especially the artwork. I mean, look at this. What is this supposed to be? Look at that fucking face, man. That's an ugly ass elf. No wonder she took up the loot. Is like, you just don't look at the face. This is like the me without makeup, right? Every entertainer's worst nightmare is going on stage without makeup. So Condor Fury, he is doing the Thorn Collection, but I guess he forgot about combat awareness? Fruitseller, man, what do you gotta read your abilities, man. So combat awareness completely prevents the damage. I guess he realized he fucked up and he needs the reinforcements in champs because his font is gonna be nabbed by the agitator if he doesn't do that. So yeah, I'm assuming he was trying to go for the charge quest kill on that guy after the Thorn Collection, but he forgot about combat awareness. Sucks to be you. I mean, yeah, Vampiro is doing his best to play around the marker here. Condor Fury is really overextended now and is probably going to die. Mutated Drake. Actually, if he mutates to Vigor Acid, could maybe get a kill. Like, Vampiro could transfigure here, actually, and get the Fury that way, I think. Because you can put your combat awareness guy behind the Condor and knock back with or what is that ability the Avatar has? Vicious Blow. And then your Sonic Bolt won't take damage because of combat awareness. So you could do that for some extra damage. You could get your Drake in there for a hit. But down here, it's just a mess, man. It's just a hodgepodge of action. We got Lava Storm, got Flame On armor. Flame On, man. And it looks like the Agitator has decided not to try and contest. Wise. Going straight for that Bard. He wants some of the Bardussie. Bard's got the Bardussie playing Debussy for Vampiro. So Condor Fury goes down. Globe. And I mean, the Mutated Drake's going to get a little bit of regen here from the font bonus. And yeah, Snogby is kind of losing now. He's got the pings eating his ass. Elven Bard choosing not to eat Snogby's ass, and instead trying to retreat and defend bot. And the Aurora Banner doesn't actually contest. I don't know whether that was a mistake. I guess he wanted to illuminate for the defense reduction, but he still won't have enough for the kill. So, misplay, maybe? Yeah, I don't know about that banner. I guess he could Grimlock's Bane now for the kill if he wants, and then get the globe. But I mean, he'd be walking on the lava. Raven Speaker would finish. Bard still. This Bard already used her battle hymn, so she's out of musical muster for the moment. This one doesn't have the AP to, and yeah, that Skybreak is going to live. So I mean, this is really messy. Like, so the problem for Fruitseller is that he needs his font, which it doesn't look like he's going to get anytime soon. He has top, like he's just getting basically out attrition. Like, his champs don't have any sustain in the fight. There's no healing going around. There's no like regen like SL has. They don't have the beef to last. Like, he's got like fucking 2 Elven Bards. Like, what is he gonna do with that versus like the dragons are low, but they can't solo the dragons on their own. And I feel like Vampiro is not doing too bad for himself. He's got 2 fonts to 1. Fruitseller has transfigured, and all Fruitseller really has is this contest here, which Navi will take care of soon. And he's spending Nora on Dream Blossom. Why would you do that? That doesn't even do anything. That heals your Dugan a little bit, but Skybreak has already used both its abilities, and you're not really getting a kill. Like, you're not hiding your Dugan properly either, because Hibernate, I mean, he hibernated in place. So, Screecher, ooh, Screecher coming down, nice. So Reinforce gives Vampiro a chunk of Nora back. So that was actually a good use of Reinforce that doesn't involve deploying this thing fucking first turn and just draw winning. So well played to Vampiro. I think I'm gonna... oh, okay, well, Vampiro takes the game. There you go. There's a nice game from Vampiro. So well played to both. And we'll see everyone in the next one.